All right, so this is the Cylius Ashmoon. Pretty interesting reel, I would say. Let's take a look at the box. We'll open it up and we'll have a close look at the reel. So as you can see, nice box, Ashmoon. Flip it over here. And as you can see, there's a bunch of different options. There's different gear ratios, and there's also different spool options, which we'll talk about a little bit later. And this one, as you can see here, 12+1 ball bearings. Wow. So we'll have a look inside the box. As you can see there's a bunch of different models. There's 8 different models. There might actually be even more because there's different handle options as well. Take a look inside the box. Surprise. This is how it's packaged. Nothing too exciting about that, but at least it's not out in the open and free. And it comes with this guide here. It's got English. We'll open it up. Haven't had a look before. Okay, that's good. It's got some how to cast, how to take off the side cover, everything like that. So this would be good for a first time angler. And look at this explosion diagram, all in English as well. Very clear. Also, this reel comes with a neoprene reel cover. Dove yellow, you might have heard of that before. And yeah, pretty nice looking cover there, so that's always good as an add-on. But yeah, let's take a look at the reel. Just first impressions in terms of the aesthetics, I really like it. It's I would say the base is kind of like a navy blue almost, or you know, something that's verging between navy blue and gunmetal, if that's such a thing. And it's also got some flex. It might be a little bit hard to see, but there's some like fine flex in there, some like you know, glitter or whatever, but that looks really nice. So it's a little bit of a, you know, deeper than normal spool, but it's very versatile. It's got 2 other options that are deeper than this, and also a bunch of handle and different gear ratio options. Let's take a look at some of the play in the handle knobs and the handle, just to see what the quality is like. That does not move. There's no play in that at all, and it's free spinning, so that's probably the best. I mean, I don't know if I've had a reel that good before. Maybe. Have a look at the yellow one, and there's same deal. No in and out play, up and down play, virtually none at all. Yeah, there's like such a small amount of play there. It's really good. And wow, it's free spinning. Obviously 13+1 ball bearings. This is going to have ball bearings in here. And these knobs, they're, you know, those usual textured, well, smooth knobs. Yeah, I like the feel of them. How it sort of cuts in here a little bit more than maybe some others. So, you know, you can rest your finger there like that. Yeah, I really like that. Check out the in and out play here. There's none at all. This is a high quality reel, guys. Drag star, clicking. And there's no, the adjustments are quite fine. There's no sort of slop or, you know, looseness to it, which feels quite good. Got the spool tension knob here. Ah, nice. It's not clicking. That is absolutely perfect. And it's got, you know, it feels solid, or, you know, it doesn't feel loose at all. So that is absolutely what you want, because you can adjust your spool tension very finely when it's not clicking, and when it's, you know, such a solid spool tension knob like this. Like, there's no looseness or anything like that. Check out the button here. Kind of difficult to do this without a rod gripping it and all, but yeah, seems very positive. I'll have a look at the travel on the line guide there, because, you know, in some past reels the line guide hasn't traveled all the way to the edges, so you might not be able to see it, but I'm just doing a quick look there, and yep, it seems to travel to the edges of the spool, which is good. Let's have a look at the free spool. We'll adjust the spool tension just so there's a little bit of side-to-side play. Back that off a little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit of side-to-side play there. Check the braking while we're at it. Let's see if it clicks. Yep, pretty fine adjustments. And it goes all the way up to 5. So there's about, what would that be, 25 settings. So we'll put the brakes all the way down to the bottom. Obviously, it's going to be pretty hard to see this spool spinning because it doesn't have any cuts in it or anything like that. But let's just give it a free spool, and it stops. Not the biggest free spooler. That's interesting. Are the brakes quite heavy? Well, I reviewed another reel just a little bit earlier, and that one was the Cylius Cast Pro, and that one was the same. Like, I spun it and it didn't spin very long on 0 brakes, and I thought, wow, I think this reel is going to be over braked. And then I ended up running the brakes on 12 out of 18 or 13 out of 18 for just a 3-gram lure, so it definitely wasn't over braked. So that is good. Let's pop open the side plate here, click that there, and I assume that's a twist. Pop off, have a look at the brake system. There we go there. Mag tracks. These brakes magnets are slightly, what's the word, proud. They're popping out a little. Let's see what the travel is like on those. As I like to test some of these reels, well, not many of them, but it has happened before, where the travel on here is not good, where, you know, the second half of the braking, they stop moving basically. So it's going out, yeah. Yeah, so it's a pretty fine adjustment. Like, the travel isn't super big. So yeah, it might be really good for fine adjustments. Take a look at the spool here. And this spool is only 4.7 grams. It's got NMB bearings. It's heavily ported in the middle there. Very thin walls on there. And also, it's slightly concaved. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Probably won't make too much difference, but yeah, that's just something interesting to point out. Don't forget to please drop a comment and a like, and set a hook in that subscribe button. Now this has an aluminium magnesium alloy frame and carbon body side covers. So it claims to be able to cast 1 to 20 grams. That's pretty incredible. We'll definitely have to test that. And some of the options even come with dual spools, so you can get, say, this one with the medium or this one with the deep or whatever. So yeah, you've got versatility there, so you don't need to spend a whole heap of money to get, you know, an extra spool, and then you can essentially put the reel on 2 different rods or whatever. Have a look at the smoothness of the handle, and I think this is definitely smooth. The resistance is really low, but it also feels like the gears are kind of meshing well. Sometimes on these lower resistance handles, they just feel maybe like, I don't know, plasticky or cheap when you turn them. A reel that comes to mind is maybe the High-Star GIU, feels a little bit like that. Maybe the Aurora Air as well. I don't mean to diss those reels, but that's the feeling that I get when I turn the handle. They are low resistance, but it also has kind of like a, I don't know, a cheap, less premium feel to it. But this one is quite good. I'll leave a link in the description for this guy. I'm pretty excited to get this out on the water and test that 1 to 20 grams casting weight. Probably going to be putting this on a longer rod, I would say, initially testing it in the salt water on a longer rod, and then I'm definitely going to put it on that Cylius Tangoy Finesse Zoom, that yellow rod that I put up earlier. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the casting video.